This was not one of my New Year's resolutions. And I nearly blew it on day one. It's actually day 2 of January 2023. But I almost snoozed my alarm. I haven't done that in years. Almost did today. Starting the new year, I'm like, I'm gonna have a great year this year. New Year's resolutions intact. Here we go. Boom, boom, boom. My alarm goes off. I'm like, I don't want to get up. Yeah, good morning, everybody. Welcome to the special episode of Kevin at 7 2023 edition. Welcome. Happy New Year. Happy New Year. Good to see you as you come on. Make sure, whether you're watching this live or if you're watching this as a replay, type in the comments where you're from. That lets me get to know you and any questions you got, any things I can help with for your business starting in 2023. Here we go. So today, what's going to stop you? What will destroy you? These things will destroy your dreams in 2023 and in your life. And I'm going to talk about what I call the four great destroyers today. The 4 great destroyers. And it almost happened to me this morning because I stayed up later than I expected to last night because my wife's family was all here and we had a big New Year's celebration and all that. It was a great day, had fun. But I'm like, I'm getting up at 4 a.m. in the morning and it's like 10:30 and I'm like, nobody haven't left. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I need to be in bed. But it's family, it's New Year's, so I'm like, I stayed up, so I got in bed. I get up 4:30 a.m. every morning, typically 4:30 a.m. this morning because I got a lot of stuff going on and we're launching Agent Mastery Live pre-training. If you don't have your tickets yet for that, go to agentmasterylive.com and get your ticket or yesmasters.com. Prices go up at midnight tonight because we start our pre-training tonight. Or today at noon. So make sure you get your tickets for Agent Mastery Live. We're going to talk about how to blow it out of the water and create abundance in 2023 in your bank account and your business. So it's going to be pretty awesome. So if you haven't got your tickets yet, go get your ticket for Agent Mastery Live. Okay, so I'm getting up this morning early and I wake up about 6 or 7 minutes before my alarm goes off. It happens all the time. My internal alarm pretty much knows when it's time to get up. And I wake up and I look and say, I got 6 minutes to go or 7 minutes more to lay here in bed. And I'm like, okay, I'm just going to keep sleeping. I'm not going to get up. I'm just going to keep sleeping. And I got a weighted blanket. I'll tell you more about that later, but that helps. I mean, like makes you not want to get out of bed, a weighted blanket. Does anybody else have a weighted blanket besides me? Ever used one? I just actually got it for my wife. She didn't like it because I loved it. And I'm like, okay, I'm going to use it. And so I've been sleeping under it and I love it. Anyway, so then my alarm goes off. I'm like, okay, gotta get up. And then I'm like, I think I'm just going to snooze it. Can you believe that? I have not snoozed my alarm in years. And here it is. I'm like, brand new year, off to a great start. We're going to make this the best year ever. And it's like, I'm almost blowing it on the first business day, work day of the year. Now, I know today's kind of technically a holiday, but it's a work day for me. So I'm like, not going to happen. I get both feet on the floor and I have won the first battle of 2023. This is my first big battle of 2023 on it because yesterday's a holiday. So I'm like, I can do whatever I want. But today I've got to get up, got to get going, got to do the work. And I had my first big battle. Now, here's what that means. There's always going to be resistance in everything that you want to do in your life in terms of success. There's always going to be resistance. If you have felt resistance already this year, make sure you give this video a thumbs up. Have you felt resistance? Type in the comment, resistance, because it's going to happen. Well, I'm going to give you the 4 things that happen when we face resistance. Okay, good morning, guys. I'm getting a lot of people here. Let me see what you guys got going on. Okay, Matthew from Las Cruces, New Mexico. Beautiful. Latasha Rezep. Yep. Good morning, guys. Good morning. Good morning, Irma. Good morning, Mish. Karen, good to see you from India. Awesome. So here are the 4 big destroyers. These, when you face resistance, whenever it's like, I don't know, I don't want to do this, what if, and I get all this stuff going on. Here's the 4 big things. I want you to type these in as we do them because they're just so critically important. Number 1 is deception. This is the number 1 thing that will destroy you and keep you from getting your dreams, is deception. Most commonly, self-deception. We lie to ourselves. We just don't tell ourselves the truth. We create a story. Well, I'll do it tomorrow. Now, I'll do it tomorrow is typically called procrastination. Now, that may be caused by something other than lying to ourselves, but once we lie to ourselves, we've now given ourselves the go-ahead to not do what we're supposed to do today to break our commitments. And that will destroy your dreams. Lying to yourself. It's all right. I can do it later. I can do it tomorrow. That's good enough. They'll never notice, or whatever other myriad of stories. It'll work out. Whatever other myriad of lies, of BS you tell yourself to keep you from doing what you're supposed to be doing and keep you from getting the results that you deserve, that will stop you. It is a lack of honesty. So the first thing that will kill you, this is the number one destroyer of dreams, is you won't tell yourself the truth. You lie to yourself. You say, it's all right, I got it, it'll work, I'll do it next week, I'll do it next month, I'll do it next year, whatever. I'm gonna wait it out. And I'm gonna do it later, and you don't do it later. You're lying to yourself. Okay, how many times have you lied to yourself that got you where you are today? Because what I got you here is not gonna get you where you wanna go. Everything that you want is on the other side of your deception zone. You gotta get out of that deception. Stop lying to yourself. No BS. This is the first code, Yes Masters code. The number one code of Yes Masters is no BS. No BS. We don't use it in our scripts. We don't use it in our conversations with clients or leads or sellers or buyers. And we don't use it in conversations with ourselves. Number two, dodging. Number one is deception. Type it in the chat. No BS. That's right, Latasha. Number one is deception, which is a lack of honesty. Number two is dodging. And dodging is creatively avoiding what we're supposed to do because we don't want to do it. Okay, it is a lack of courage. It's what typically dodging is a result of fear. That we get afraid, and instead of punching fear in the face, we let fear punch us in the face, and it knocks us out. And so we start dodging our responsibility. We dodge what we know we should do or we're supposed to do because we're like, what if, or, oh no, it's gonna do this, and we have fear, our fear of other people's approval, our fear of other people's opinions, our fear of discomfort, our fear of rejection, our fear of failure, our fear of messing up or making a mistake or looking bad, our fear of criticism. And all of these things will cause us to dodge doing what we're supposed to be doing. Now, how do you fix that? Well, you don't fix it by waiting until you're not afraid. You fix it by having courage in the face of fear and punching fear in the face. Punching fear in the face. I heard a guy, I can't remember his name. I heard a guy say this over a few days ago. He said, you got to learn how to punch fear in the face. If not, it will punch you in the face. So number one is deception, lying to yourself, lack of honesty. Number two is dodging, which is a lack of courage. When and where are you not doing what you're supposed to do because you get scared? And so instead of doing it, you creatively dodge your commitments. You dodge your responsibilities and you follow your feelings rather than following your commitments. And when that happens, my friend, you lose. Now, what I'm telling you right now, guys, if you cannot get a handle on these four destroyers, you will never succeed in real estate. You will never succeed in business on your own. You need to go get a job and work for somebody else because they will force you to do stuff you got to do to survive. Okay, this right here, my friends, what I am sharing with you, this is the entrepreneurial conversation for those of you who have had the audacity, had the courage to start your own business, to go into real estate, become a real estate agent, and it's all on you. And if you can't handle these four destroyers and beat them, they will destroy you. They will destroy your success. They will destroy your bank account. They will destroy your dreams. You cannot allow them to do that. You've got to stand up to them. So number two is dodging. Because of a lack of courage, I get afraid. It's like, oh, I don't want to do this, so I don't do it. And you lie to yourself, which is deception. That's step number one. When you start dodging. But dodging is fear-based. And so we don't face our fears and stand up to them and say, I'm going to do it anyway. Number three, drifting. This is the third of the four great destroyers. It will destroy all your dreams and will destroy your success. Is drifting. And that is when things are going good, you got it figured out, and things just going, you just kind of drifting along. You lose that sense of laser focus, that sharpness, that intensity, that urgency. You lose it. And you're just kind of showing up. Now, when things are going well, then it's all right. You can coast for a little while. So coasting, as I'm going along, all of a sudden turns into drifting. Now, what does drifting mean? It's a lack of clarity. So now I'm going along and what coasting just becomes drifting and drifting. Now I have no direction. And all of a sudden you'll be at the office and it's 7 o'clock at night and you're like, oh, I got to do these 2 emails. Oh, and then you're like, it's 7 o'clock. What happened? What did I don't even know I didn't accomplish anything I set out to do today. Okay, my friends, a lot of times that is a symptom of drift. In Napoleon Hill's book, the last book he was published was called Outwitting the Devil. And he says, this is Satan's biggest weapon. Is just get you to drift. No purpose, no focus, just going along. Everything's cool. I'm comfortable and I'm just drifting along. You're good. I just, one more day off, no problem. I'll go into the office this afternoon. I'll make all this stuff up. And you're just drifting. And drift is where dreams just die of starvation. No pain. You're just drifting. And just all of a sudden the day's wasted. All of a sudden the month's gone. All of a sudden it's like, the quarter is gone. I didn't do anything I was supposed to do. I didn't make the money I was supposed to make. This next quarter, I got to really get serious about prospecting. I got to really get serious about my lead follow-up. I got to really get serious about da-da-da. Because you've just been drifting. And most people, honestly, will drift through their entire life. They don't have a clear sense of direction. They don't have clarity about a burning desire for a big dream that drives them. Now, I'm going to tell you right now, if you don't have a big dream and you don't have a burning desire to have that dream, meaning you can't live without it, you're going to always struggle and success is going to always elude you. Okay, this is just the truth. Okay, success is not luck. Success is a formula. You got to follow if you don't follow the formula, you won't ever get it. You will not find it. It's kind of like trying to bake chocolate chip cookies with no recipe. And like, I don't know. I'm just no plan. You will never accidentally create chocolate chip cookies, my friends. Okay, and by looking at pictures of chocolate chip cookies is not going to create great chocolate chip cookies. You got to have a recipe. And you have to follow that recipe. There is a recipe for success, no matter what industry you're in, no matter what a goal that you have or what passion or mission you are on or what your purpose is, there is a definite, clear recipe for success. Now, this is what I'm going to be training on at Agent Mastery Live. Agent Mastery Live, you need to have this formula for success. You don't have it, you lose. Period. 100%, there's no chance of success without it. And most people don't know it. They don't figure it out. And it's taken me years to figure this out and realize, okay, there is a clear recipe. Success and championships are not won by accident. They just you just show up and all of a sudden, whoa, I'm successful. No, successful people have a specific protocol they follow. Okay, so you got to quit drifting and get definite about what you want to achieve in your life. Okay, here's the fourth of the great destroyers of your dreams. These are 4 things we're talking about today that will destroy your success. So good morning and welcome. Thank you guys for joining me. So number 1, and type in the chat. If you've been following us, type in the chat what the first 3 are. Deception, dodging, and drifting. Number 4, the 4th big destroyer is distraction. Yes, you heard it, a distraction. Social media, Netflix, a phone call, a text message, an email, somebody walking in your office. Anything that keeps you from doing what you don't want to be doing, but you need to be doing. Anything that takes your attention off what your goals are, what your dreams are. Anything that takes your attention on off what you should be focusing on and turns it to something less relevant is a distraction. And most Americans are addicted to distraction. This has been one of my greatest battles for years, is getting addicted to distraction, especially social media. YouTube is deadly. I'm glad you're here. But did you get here strategically? Because you're like, okay, Kevin comes on, Kevin at 7, every morning is 7 a.m. So I'm going to come on and get some wisdom and some fire from Kevin. Or were you just drifting through the morning in social media or on YouTube and this popped up and you're like, oh, let's check out and see what Kevin's got to say. Now, however you're here, I'm glad you're here. But when you leave here, I don't want you to continue to go through the day distracted and just bouncing around from here to here to here to here. Okay, a distraction is a lack of focus. I've got goals. I've got clarity in my goals, but I got distracted off of it. It's like, when the distraction breaks, you get all mad at yourself. But for a lot of you, distraction is a habit. So you'll get like, okay, I'm gonna focus. Okay, I'm gonna focus. Oh, cool, check that out. Wow. Oh, wait, I'm gonna focus again. And you do this over and over and over again because distraction is a habit. And distraction becomes an addiction. Because whatever it is that distracts us is more pleasant often than the work, the grind that will get us what we really want. Because what we really want are big dreams. You want to make $1 million in a year. You want to have financial freedom. You want to have abundance. You want a new car. You want a bigger house. You want to be able to take nicer vacations. You want to be able to fly first class. If you've never flown first class, you don't even know what I'm talking about. You look at first class and go like, yeah, that's a ripoff. Well, of course it's a ripoff. So is your Starbucks. So is probably most of the clothes you wear in the car. It's all ripoff. The only question is, how many of the ripoffs can you afford? That's all there's to it. I just decided I like these ripoffs, and I want to be able to, so I want to make enough money that I can afford the ripoffs of the world. But when you allow yourself to constantly get distracted and off focus, then you lose the momentum that gets you where you want. Okay, so here we're going to recap. These are the 4 things that will stop you from succeeding in 2023. It will stop you from succeeding for the rest of your life. Okay, these are the 4 great destroyers of our dreams. Okay, number 1 is deception. We lie to ourselves, a lack of honesty. Number 2 is dodging, and that's a lack of courage. We want to do it, we know what we need to do, but we're afraid of fear of rejection, fear of other people's disapproval, fear of criticism, fear of making a mistake, fear of pain, fear of discomfort. So like, I'm not going to do it. So we dodge, and we creatively do it so that we don't feel guilty. But the reality is, you're dodging your commitment. Number 3 is drifting. And drifting is just where you have no sense of direction. It's just a lack of clarity about what we should be doing, where we're going with our life. This happens to a lot of people. They don't really have a sense of clarity. They're just like, I'm going to go to school, get a good education, get a job. Okay, what's next? Well, I don't get vacation for another year till I get my first real vacation. So I'm just gonna, I'm just going. Why is it so many Americans do not like what they do? They don't like their job. They're stuck. They hate it. Why? Because they're drifting. They're just drifting through life. Until you get clear about what you want, you're not gonna be willing to do the things that will take you the direction you really want to go. So, and then number 4 is distraction. Distraction is the addiction. It's a lack of focus. You got goals, you got dreams, you set them, but then you forget them and you get distracted. And when that happens, over time, you lose. You guys, all 4 of these, you're gonna fight. There's always gonna be resistance, just the way it's gonna be. Successful people are the ones that learn how to go to war against the destroyers. The enemy's always gonna be, there's always gonna be deception, the BS that you wanna tell yourself, that you wanna lie to yourself. There's always gonna be this fear factor where we wanna dodge. There's always gonna be times where we lose focus and we drift. There's gonna be times we get distracted. What you gotta be willing to do, I gotta be willing to go to war and fight the fight to get back on track, to get clear about what I want, to get definite about it, getting there, to fan the flames of desire and hunger for it so that I focus and get the work done, okay? If you want to make 2023 a year of abundance for you, like the best year ever, in a time of scarcity, in a time when agents are freaking out and leaving the industry by the thousands, by the tens of thousands every week. Let's see, there's over 10,000 agents leaving the industry a week right now. Over 10,000 a week. And right now, with your January NAR renewal fees, a lot of them are not gonna renew. We'll probably lose 100,000 realtors this month, okay, maybe more. It's crazy, but that is not, and I'm not exaggerating. This is the truth. If you want to make 2023 a year of abundance for you while they're quitting, join me for Agent Mastery Live. Go to agentmasterylive.com, get your ticket. Agentmasterylive.com, get your ticket. Prices go up. We're still on early bird pricing. You're 75% off if you register before midnight tonight. And we start pre-training today. So get there on the registration page, agentmasterylive.com, get your tickets, and you'll get all the details for our pre-training calls. If you miss anything, it's recorded. So we got you, I got you. I want to help you win. That's why I'm here for 2023, is to help you win and win big in 2023. So have a great morning, everybody. I'll see you again tomorrow for Kevin to 7, and hopefully I'll see you at Agent Mastery Live. Pre-training today. Get your ticket. I'll see you there.